Rise. Judge Vanda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1030, Armstrong case.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Armstrong.
Yes, Ms. Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Miss Tally over here, we decided to have a baby together about 3 years ago. And we got a divorce. And now I just need her to pay some child support.
Okay. Well, you guys are going through a divorce, right?
Well, yeah, sorry, we're going through a divorce. I wish it was over already. But I've been paying health care for a long time, ever since the baby was born.
How much is the health care?
It's $111 a month.
Okay.
This baby is 2 years old. We've been together for about 3 years, and I just, it's a lot of money.
Okay, and you want her to pay child support?
And I need that money.
Okay, she needs that money. You don't want to pay that money?
No, ma'am. Instead, I want to spend time with this child. She's not allowing me to see my son, Alex.
Get ready, because this case is about to get intense. It's a fierce courtroom fight over child support, custody, and, believe it or not, denied parental access. Mrs. Armstrong is demanding financial support, but Ms. Tally claims she hasn't even been allowed to see her child for over a year. And here's where things take a dramatic turn. The judge isn't putting up with any of it. Stay tuned, because the ending will shock you.
Last year and a half.
Okay.
I mean, I have an amazing 2-year-old son that I'm being denied access to see. And I do not believe that I should be paying child support. Rather than I should be able to spend time with my son and actively be in his life.
Okay. Is there a reason you have not been allowing her to see Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, Judge, I feel like time is not money. And,
Well, stop. Hold on. It's not money. But you would agree with me that she is the mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would you want for her to deny you access to Alex?
Well, it would be
It's
different.
a yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So, you do not have a reason to not allow her to see her son.
But she doesn't help me take care of my son.
Now, financially, we'll get to that in a moment. She's not going to have a choice if the child is living with you primarily. Is that what's
Correct.
going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how often do you allow her to see him at all?
No.
Okay. Now that's going to change today. You do not have any authority to do that. You do not have it both ways. You can't say, I want her to pay this money, but at the same time, I don't want her.
Wait a second. Did you catch that? Ms. Tally says she hasn't seen her son in over a year and a half. That's a major red flag in family court. Legally, child support and custody are two separate issues. In other words, you can't keep a parent from seeing their child just because they're behind on payments. And the judge? They're already sensing something's off. Then came the bombshell. Once she starts paying, then she can see our son. Hold up. That's not how parenting works. You don't buy Visitation like a Netflix subscription. The judge shut that argument down immediately, and for good reason. The court's priority is always the child's well-being, and that means both parents should be involved. No paywall required.
Paying me some money, then she can also start seeing the son.
Well, they don't go together.
Okay.
The possession to a child has nothing to do with paying child support. You do not decide that. You understand? Okay, because in a different court, you could actually be held in contempt for that if you all had a court order and you were denying her access to your son. You understand that, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, as for you, you'll be able to see your son, but you do understand that you have to pay child support as well.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have any objection to paying
No,
child
ma'am.
support. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, all right. So it seems like money is what's important to you, not necessarily her having a relationship with the child. That's right?
Yes.
And that's sad. And it's very sad that you admitted it. Okay, so you turned in some tax returns up here. I have your gross at $6,000 a year. And how many children? It's just Alex, right?
It's just one. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other children outside of Alex?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that brings your net down to $4,789.79.
Now, let's talk numbers. Ms. Talley's child support was calculated based on her income, landing at $1,069 per month, including healthcare costs. Is she happy about it? Not at all. Does she have a choice? Also, no. Family law isn't about feelings. It's about fairness. And given that she's been completely shut out of her child's life, this ruling is just the beginning of a much-needed reality check.
And then you do have to reimburse her health insurance because she's
Absolutely.
been paying it. You're okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you don't really have a choice, so okay. Plus the 111 comes out to $1,069 a month.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am, it's Judge.
Okay. Why do you have this smirk on your face?
Oh, I like those numbers. Judge Rhonda. Judge Rhonda.
Sad. She's not going to have to come back in here and say, you know, she's not letting me see my child or anything like that, is she?
So when she sees the child,
That
do I
mean-
have
that's
to
a
be
no.
around?
That's a no, because you're not gonna do that, right? You're gonna let her see the child.
Do I
Yeah.
have to be around her when she comes? She has to come pick the child up, like for a weekend.
Yeah, however she picks him up. I mean, you guys have a child, so you should be able to be cordial with each other to some extent. You don't have to necessarily like each other, but
It has
you
to
do
be
need
able
to
to
let her
benefit the
see.
child.
Huh?
It has to be able to benefit the child. I mean, you have to look at Alex's best interest in his life. He needs both of his moms as like.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Mrs. Armstrong actually asked, "How much time do I have to let her see our son?" As if co-parenting is some kind of business deal. The judge wasn't having it. She made it crystal clear. You can't use a child as leverage over money. And that smug look on Mrs. Armstrong's face, that might just cost her big time if she doesn't start following the law.
Amount of time that I can let her spend with my child.
You know what? We're not gonna go there. You're gonna let her see him, and that's the end of it. You have your money, right?
Yes.
Okay then. So do you have any other questions? All right. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And just like that, justice is served. The judge shut down every excuse, ruled on child support, and most importantly, ensured that Ms. Talley gets to see her son. This case is a perfect example of why courts keep child support and parental access separate. At the end of the day, it's about what's best for the child, not personal grudges. So, what do you think? Was this ruling fair? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love breaking down cases like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more courtroom drama coming your way.